Coach, the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set, 30 base.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
A quick throw complete to Chark. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, Delta.
Jones now. Off play action. He's going to fire one deep over. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DJ Chark, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. Put team on it. Put team on it. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Bang, bang, bang.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Defense wins championships, baby. Call trot. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Blue gun.
From the gun, Bryant. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
On 3rd down, Bryant. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Get ready.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Hey.
44's the mic.
Hey, echo.
Cross the pass. 44. Mike, 44.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now left side on the swing pass. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On the set. Go, go.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
There.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to float this over into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
It's easy work. It's coming again.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come out here in the I. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check. 53 Mike. Check. 53.
Good.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, wahoo!
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check 36.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Hey, turn it up. Kill.
Keep gripping.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Score.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16.
1st down, Giants.
Down. 18 Gator.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Watch the back.
Hey! Smooth.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. Bang it.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones is complete to Jones. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Come on. Flat. No.
Go out.
Watch out.
Now. Yo, cheat it now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready, set.
53. Check 53.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike.
I don't even know why this team is going.
Jones now on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
Ready?
That one complete. He finds Shark. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Giants have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
From the gun, Bryant. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On first down, Bryant. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On first and 10, Bryant. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point on the NFL scoreboard. Second quarter up in Minneapolis. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, team six. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Let's go, baby. They turn over.
Shit.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Hey, orbit. Five.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Jones throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check three.
On the counter, here's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Out, 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 out. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go right here.
From the gun, Bryant. And Adams has it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check girls, over. Mike, check, 59. Silver, check.
Okay.
Check 99. Yeah. Hold.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on second down, Bryant. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
59, Mike. Check, 59. Let's go. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Operating from the gun, Bryant. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Throwing on first down, Bryant. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the slap.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Here I come. Hey.
Drop deep. Mike, check, 59. Hey, check. Check, lucky.
Back to throw, Bryant. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
That's what I do.
He's checked the ball.
Check 26. Check 9.
What? Go.
They'll try again with Jones. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 50, plant.
I'm here all day.
Now Jones on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I can't believe they even let you play.
First down.
Jones now operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Bryant got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
It's you.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Yes. Here it comes.
Mike, 53.
Hey, Delta.
53. Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Let's go.
Now Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 15.
Okay, ready up,
It's a gain of 13. But it brings up 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check 3.
6-6. Pull it high.
You got tight right there.
Under 10. 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. I'm scared. Tighten up. Go. Check. Fresno. Check safety. Check 4.
Operating from the gun, Bryant. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Packers' 10-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2, sir. Mike. Watch the slip. Patch. Send him west.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, check 24. You draw Porter. He's coming. Hey, D-Line, let's get in there.
Forty's the mic.
Look at me. Zipper. Mike's 40.
Five.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good run there, 8 yards, gets him much closer to the end zone with 4th and goal looming. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 56 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mike's 59. Stay with your man. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is...
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Don't get nervous. Mike, check. 59. You gonna see me in your night.
He's back to throw. Jones has it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they try to sweep to Jones. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all are our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They're all finished in the game up in Minneapolis. And it was the Bucs coming away victorious there. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
Let's go, defense.
Bravo.
Defense. Here we go. 44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check, check. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Cut.
Baby, get this. You're all mine.
Big dribble. Big dribble.
From the 30 on second down, Jones steps away. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw. Jones. Caught by Jones. 9 yards on the play and a first down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Got it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Check. Hot route. Hot.
They go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Check. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Both to Mike. Mike's both up.
Yep.
I know he ain't got it. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Ready.
Jones operating from the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards and a giant 1st down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
On 1st down, it's Moss. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
6 guys. Check 661. Matchbox white. Hey, wahoo.
53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
2nd and 3. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike. What we got?
Five.
Off the play fake. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Second and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Let's get it.
Open to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
X3, 218, chop.
Check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. So a big one coming now for Aldrich Rosas. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Rosas puts this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Giants, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.